What's going on, Flame Seekers? Hopefully you're having a good weekend, or had a good week and about to have a good weekend. Hopefully you've been enjoying your time and everything else. Now then, I know a lot of you have been wondering about what's been going on with Filling Your Head Part 4 and Part 16. Where's Part 17? We'll get back to you on that. Let me see real quick. This is Part 17 or 16 of Neglected Onimusha Deku. Let's see. I want to say Part 16. Yep, Part 16. Okay, honestly, the delay is no one's fault but my own. I blame myself. Like I said, I've been getting distracted with video games such as The First Ascendant, Gunner Breakers 4. Okay, no one else to blame for me but my, no one else to blame but myself for that. So thank you for being patient and, well, as always, supporting my channel. Now, as I'm working on, before we get into this, okay, this video is strictly going to be following the fair use because I'm going to be using it to educate you as well as show you some things that has been going on within the texting story community, quote unquote. I know I've talked about it before, I know I've touched on it before in a live gameplay video and everything else. So, hey, don't be too surprised about this when I'm talking about it because, hey, it's a pretty big deal within the community. People have been noticing it, and it's mainly been perpetrated by one channel or a group of channels. Now, with that being said, hey, we have to try and there's trying to be nice, and then there's having to be heavy handed with it. Okay, I tried the nice way. It's like, hey, you know what? I let people know that we're in conjunction doing this before, and they've actually changed. For example, Indian TS actually deleted a lot of videos that they did nothing but download and reposted. Okay, so Indian TS, good job on that. Indian TS also goes by Kumar Texting. Kumar Texting I first noticed when he did it, posted a story, and it's like, hey, it seems extremely familiar, but hey, he was trying to make it his own and whatnot. Understandable. Practice. I have nothing against that. Okay. Posting, reposting a video and to direct to somebody's channel to get them more views and to support them. I have no qualms with that. You're actually stating where they're going with that, who the original creator was. You're actually supporting them. That's fine. But it's taking content either by copy pasting. Now, with that being said, with texting stories videos, it's kind of hard to do the copy and paste because it's like, hey, you can't really copy and paste. But it's like, hey, the copy and pasting that I'm talking about is that they just sit there and retype what they're seeing on the screen. And then there's downloading and reposting. Downloading and reposting, they actually go through and make some minor changes to the video and try to pass it off as their own. You're going to be seeing two examples of that today, all done by one channel. Now then, why am I making this video? Well, because I have to get heavy-handed now. I tried it the nice way. I tried being nice. I tried pointing them in the right direction. I tried showing them how to go the right way to do it and everything else. Try suggesting and everything else. But yet, here's what happens. They kept on doing it, kept on doing it, kept on doing it. They eventually stopped the copy and pasting and just went to straight download and reposting. With that being said, hey, it came to my attention that somebody decided to do it with my channel. Now, I'm going to show you a notification I got about a day or two ago. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where's it at? Where's it at? I remember it being Green Death 312, if I remember correctly. Yep, Green Death 312. Hey, Von Lang. This is channel called Yuku Stories that just copied your first neglected Oni Deku video. Word for word, took the images is exactly the same at Yuku Stories. This was 3 days ago. Now, why did it take so long for me to get to this? Because, like, hey, you know what? I was trying to figure out how to make this video and do this video and everything else. So don't be fretting too much about it. But shout out to Green Death for actually bringing that to my attention. I got that notification as I was working on Villain Rehab Part 4. I mean, can you believe it? I see a notification pop up and was like, most of the time I ignore them, but I saw the text, hey, Von Lang, and it's like, hey, what's the point of this? What's going on? Who's doing what? Well, hey, let's get into this. But Green Death, here's the interesting thing. We knew about Yuku. In case you haven't noticed, this was a live stream that I did of Sword Art Online, the latest Sword Art Online video game, not the one coming out. But at the time, this was done November 12th, 2023, 10 months ago, to be exact. Okay? Yes, we knew about Yuku's stories. Now, he did have Uchiha TS as a channel at the time, but he wasn't really. Uchiha TS is gone. Anime News Zone is still around, but they're not posting anything, which is kind of good. I mean, like, I'm only bet that Anime News Zone became Yuku Stories and went on from there. However, some names need to be added to the Yuku story, or Yuku TS, I should say, because they changed it from stories to TS. So it's like, hey, now then, groups that were in the same boat that might be the same person, hey, yes, these might be the same person or the same group. Indian TS and Kumar or Indian TS, whichever one you want me to go by on this. Say, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to be referring to you as Kumar. I'm going to say Yuku is part of the same group, and that's because of the fact of the channel description that they put in the videos, but I'll get more into that in detail later. But as you can see, hey, Green Death, we knew about him. Okay, now then, yes, there's 4 channels. I found out I actually had to add 2 more channels to this list. 3 more if you count mine. Okay, some of these I haven't heard of, some of these I have. For example, Kaz TS, I don't know why there's a U there. But Kaz TS, okay, the one who died twice, Lowcost, Chat's Legend, Midnight Stories, Epic Texting Stories, Anime Chat Stories. Yes, guess what? We know. We knew about this beforehand, Green Death. So it's like, don't think you're doing the wrong thing by letting me know, because it's like, hey, we already knew about it. We already knew about this person. I mean, like, I guess I try to be too nice and let people change, but it's like, hey, but it's like, as for the other 2 channels, let's get into this real quick. Because what's funny is, as a matter of fact, before I continue into that, you would see that I started putting disclaimers into my videos and at random times. Okay? Yuku is the main reason why I started doing that. Okay? Because the one, like I said in here, where's it at? Okay. Well, it's probably not this video, but I know I said in one of my videos, give credit where credit is due. Okay? I mean, like, I might be wrong with Toho Animation on this one, but it's like, hey, you know what? I didn't remember the name of the original creator at the time. It's like, hey, Toho Animation, it seems pretty good. Toho Animation was in a way responsible for the anime, so don't feel too bad about that. Um, but let's get into something real quick here. You're gonna see me bring up 3 separate channel videos, and there's gonna be a reason for this. I don't want to go full screen. So this is Yuku Stories, Yuta Texting, and Immortal-texting Story. 3 separate channels. Now, this is why I say this might be the same person, same group, because this could be a chat GPT, this could be anything. This could just be some random BS right here. Okay? So, don't be too surprised. If you see somebody like this, and I'm not trying to dissociate, not 7 times out of 10, hey, this is probably somebody stealing content. Not saying that it's everybody that's doing this with video like this, or with this complexion, nationality, ethnicity type style. But it's like, hey, that's pretty much where I've seen most of them being done with. Now then, the reason why I'm saying Indian TS or Kumar might be part of the group, well, this might be them doing it themselves. I don't know. I'm not saying with 100% certainty. Is because of this description right here. If you see a description like this that goes on and everything else, you are probably seeing somebody that steals content. Either 6 or 7 times out of 10, this is somebody stealing content. Either copying, pasting, downloading, reposting. Guess what? That's the way it normally is. Unfortunately, if Kumar Texting, if this guy isn't a part of your group, hey, you know what? I apologize beforehand. But like I said, you have the exact same thing in your video descriptions. So it's like, hey, what can I say? But it's like, to speak on Kumar Texting's behalf real quick with this, Kumar Texting, like I said, doesn't necessarily steal content. He does take the skeleton structure of a story and make changes to it to make it his own, which isn't really too horrible. Now then, here's the funny thing about this. In this description, there's a warning. I am doing this for the sake of entertainment purposes only. If any of you get offended by my actions or words, please let me know. Well, we've been letting you know that we've been getting offended by your actions. We've said it in your comments, we've said it multiple times, we've even asked you to stop, we even gave you suggestions to make changes, Yuku. So it's like, what's the deal? You're clearly not doing anything about this, you're not fixing yourself. Guess what? The hammer's coming down today. This is the deal with it. We are having a hammer come down today. Now then, funny thing is, this is their Lightning King Izuku Part 1 on their video, on their channel. Okay. Now, you might be wondering why I'm bringing this up and why I'm maximizing this window. Well, like I said, we've mentioned it. Okay, I gave you a chance, but you're just literally going to copy and paste the first 4 parts of Deku the Lightning King series from Chat's Legends channel. Okay? And not give any credit to them or let people know that you're just reposting it. You lost me. It's people like you that ruin things like this. Now, I told you in the Betrayed video you posted that it's fine to take inspiration, but completely just copy and paste the story, saying that it's yours, is completely crossing the line. Do you even respect those that actually take the time to create these fanfic text stories? None of the 1 or 2 shots you posted were originally yours. You just copy and pasted them. And yet there's some people saying, hey, giving suggestions and whatnot and supporting him. Keep in mind, if you're seeing your name on here, keep in mind, you're supporting somebody that steals content. Okay? Now, one thing that I want you to keep in mind is that another thing that he does is that, yes, he does try to make some changes, but mainly the background, the intros, and that's it. That's all he makes changes to. Now then, One of the main things I was really waiting on was some responses from the creators of contactors such as Chats Legends and Epic Texting Stories. They responded to my emails and comment messages, and it's like, hey. So as you can see, I contacted Chat Legends about this via comment. I'm not going to show you the email that was done between me and Epic Texting because, hey, that involves email. So, just to let you know, since it's the only way to contact you, it's the best way I can contact you. But I am wondering if you can give permission to use your video channel. Now then, here's the funny thing. That was 7 months ago. He replied to me 8 months ago, and I replied to that comment 7 months ago. He says, "Go ahead, man. Thing is, I have lost all passion on making texting stories, so if someone takes my work and finishes, all props, but it's MHA and there's a story like this one everywhere. But if that is something you wish to do, go ahead. But if someone does take the concept of the story, keep in mind, key word here is concept. Okay? That's because I also took some concept from other channels. Before, it's the beauty of making stories like this because everyone takes some idea from somewhere. Which is true, like I said, when I gave credit, for example, to Eraserhead for my neglected Deku Onimusha series. Hey, this is where I'm drawing inspiration from. This is where you're seeing the majority of the concept come from for this series. This is where you're seeing it come from. If you see something similar to it, this is why. So this way people don't freak out, people don't go insane, people don't do much about it. But yet, now here's the edited part. I just saw what you were talking about. It's hilarious. He took the story word for word, so I give you permission to use my channel for this if you're still going to do it. Now then, hey, Chat's Legend, 7929, I apologize for it. The lateness of this, like I said, I was just trying to be nice and everything else. But yet, one thing I want you to keep in mind is this video was posted 3 years ago, 115,000 views, 2.7 thousand likes. And it's like, dude, let's take a look at yours real quick. This has 4.3k views. This was posted a year ago. Now, I just liked it. I'm surprised. I'm kind of glad that there's no likes for this video on Yuku Stories because, like, hey, it shows people are actually starting to see stuff where they just didn't really care. But let's go into the differences. First off, the title. Yeah, sure. Title's different. That's okay. Background. Okay, no background image. But you're going to see that's the main thing other than the intro and everything else. Now then, the next thing I want you to point out is the time. Like I said before, he took the first 4 parts. If you take the first 4 parts and mash it together, that's not really completely redoing the story. That's just pushing parts together. But it's like, hey, as you can see, hey, look, the video is different. The intro is different. That's about it. But look at once it starts getting to the story, it's about the same. Now, yeah, sure, he misspelled quirk and put quark. But I think that was just texting error on his part. But it's like, I bet you this guy's say easy Momo. No, you didn't really see it there. But the ship for the series is Izu Momo. Right there. Can you believe that? Wow. And again, if you don't believe me 100%, you can actually do the comparison yourself. Chat's Legends, Chat's Legend and Yuku stories. Get the videos side by side. Do the side by side comparison yourself. You could see straight up, word for word, copy and pasted, word for word. I'm like, can you believe that? Now, the funny thing is, this isn't the only video he's done it with. Yuku has done it with. Let's get into another one. Next one I'm going to be showing you is epic stories. Now this one is a bit easier to do because it's like, hey, now as you can see with Voodoo Deku, there's still part 1. I wonder why. Probably because so many people reported it that it's like, oh hey, you had to go and see stuff and do stuff. Let's see here. Let's see if I spelled that right. Epic texting stories. Now the thing with the Voodoo Deku series that he completely took. This was Epic Texting Stories for series. This is what I believe put him on the map. But it's like his part 2 starts at his episode 3, 10 years later, right? Now, some of you might be wondering how is he able to download these videos or copy and paste these videos. Hey, I couldn't tell you. But it's like, hey, the only thing you're going to see different here is the way the title's put out. Obviously, this is episode 3, this is the same part 2. But then again, 10 years later, and the intro, background, PFPs. But yet, let me show you something here. 3 years ago, 1 to 2,000 views, 2.1 likes. Well, 2.1 thousand. This one year ago, 4.5 thousand views. Again, no likes. Of course, I'm going to dislike it because it's like, oh, hey. Now, let's go to the comments. Notice the comments are turned off on this video. Why are the comments turned off on this video? Again, same thing. Hey, like I said, we've been telling you we've been offended by your actions. So it's like, hey, guess what? Here's coming down today. Now then, comments are turned off. I can probably tell you why the comments are turned off. Because once people started figuring out, hey, you're just stealing content, you're just going to do this copy and paste, steal content, we're just going to report you. And this was probably the start of all the reporting. Right here was when he did this series. Was when he sold the content for the series. But it's like, hey, so as you can see, word for word, only thing missing right from this one is the numbers. But it's exactly word for word. Character descriptions, freaking everything. It's like, really? Come on. And again, if you want to do a side-by-side comparison, go ahead and do it yourself. Now then, the only difference is, hey, look at the time difference. But yeah, let's go back here. This is 27:53 minutes, right? Well, 27 minutes, 53 seconds. This goes into part 4, maybe a bit of part 5, but it most definitely has part 3 and 4 in it. The first part that he posted, that Yuku posted on his channel, contained episodes 1 and 2. So I'm willing to bet what he did with this one was take parts 3 and 4 and put a bit of part 5 in there. It's like, really? Come on, dude. We got you 5K. We got you 5K. We got you caught in 4K. But yet, here's the $1,000,000 kicker. The one time that he posted an entire series, give me a second here, let's fix this. Running a little bit slow here, there we go. The one time he posted an entire series was actually, where's it at, where's it at, where's it at? This series right here. The so-called OP quirkless Deku unstoppable force. Really? Now, here's the funny thing about this. Before I get into this too much, I can tell you right now. Okay. Okay, we're going to actually show you the comments for this one because I remember this was even longer when people were looking into things and being like, oh, hey, what's going on? Who's doing what? And yet, there's a supply chain. I mean, like, I even replied quite a few times with this exact same post. If it's going to go like the rest of the stories, copy and paste, might as well go to the original creator of it, Midnight Stories. He has done the same throughout all of his stories, like his Betrayed Deku series that he copied and pasted from Epic Stories. Or Epic Texting Stories. Sorry. But hey, the Ant, shout out to you right now. So if you see this, hey, I swear I saw something like this before a month ago. Keep in mind, there are 14 replies now, and this one might get heated. This might be sound like it's bullying, but it's not. Hey, it got very heated with this reply chain. Okay, because he steals a lot of other people's content. Maybe if you guys read the description before saying he steals from people, you know full credit is given. Now then, keep in mind, the description that Black Lotus is mentioning is this description right here. Keep in mind, I already said in a reply what the name was. Now, the name of the series that he copied and pasted, basically stole, is called It Shouldn't Matter If I'm Quirkless by Midnight Stories. I'm not seeing that anywhere in there. Nope. Nope. And I'll be honest, some of these queries probably shouldn't be in this video, in this description. So, as you can see, hey, there's no Midnight Stories. No, it shouldn't matter if I'm quirkless. So, Black Lotus, he tried to defend him, tried to be like, hey, da da da. And it's like, I didn't say he stole content, I'm just saying I saw this before and now I don't remember the name. Can someone tell me the creator's name? Black Lotus just files back. This is supposed to be a reply to the chum person. It's in the description though. It's not in the description like we previously saw. Wait, where are the Gojo Satoru characters? There's an Naruto character, but no Gojo Satoru. Black Lotus, like I think texting creator. Hey, I will tell you right now, Black Lotus, there is a Gojo texting storyteller, but he does not use the Satoru part. The original creator is Midnight Stories, and yes, he does steal content from other creators for all of his stories without giving credit. Now, obviously, you can tell I'm talking about, with this comment right here, with this part of the comment right here, you can tell I'm talking about Yuku stories. I'm not talking about Midnight Stories. He doesn't give credit for any of these that he does, and does steal them. And no, he doesn't state in the video or the description or even the channel about section. So I hate to break it to you, but nice try in defending him. Like I said, I got kind of heated with this. Proof right there, you don't know what you're talking about. If he gave credit, you would have known who it was. The original creator was Midnight Stories. It has also been commented in numerous previous replies to this video. It's nowhere in the description, and this is like the third time he's done this without giving credit. Well, it's been longer than the third time. That's because he puts that as a description for all of his videos, but doesn't change anything about it. All he does is copy and paste in hopes that those that have been in the community don't catch him. He's done it more than 3 times. All of his videos are copy and paste. The Joker Deku that he posted was actually originally Helio low cost. As you can see, I'm coming up with proof, and it's like, hey, proving Black Lotus wrong. It's like, hey, you're trying to defend him, but you're doing a losing battle. It's like, hey, guess what? Of course, Black Lotus comes in swinging with a copy and paste from this description. Guess what? That's not giving credit. I even responded to that. That's not giving credit to the original creators of the texting story. That's what we were talking about when we say he's stealing content. Nice try with the 5-year-old semantics, but get a clue to what we are actually referring to, especially when we present proof of it. It goes on, and it's like, hey, I don't think he meant a creator named Gojo Satoru. Even the ant's like, hey, freaking, I'm thinking he's talking about the character. 90% sure it's a collab because I've seen some videos on that channel. Yeah, nope, not a collab. Sorry to say. You're going to see me hit that up in the comments. Yeah, I found the guy, and he's not Gojo Satoru texting stories. And he doesn't mention or give any credits to the other creator. As you can see, not a collab. I already told you who the original creator was. Try looking them up. The guy that I saw when this series came out before was the same. Must have changed his name then. While he gave credit, it was a different name. That doesn't excuse it though, so your point is valid. And of course, I'm fired instantly right back. It's like, hey, the original creator, Midnight Stories, never changed their name, and that's true. They never did. The channel is still there, still under the same name. Never changed their name. They originally titled it "It Shouldn't Matter If I'm Quirkless." I know this because I was reading the series as the original creator posted them. Yuku doesn't post anything that was originally theirs, nor does he give credit to the original creators. And yeah, it's finally firing back, bro. The guy posted his video 2 years ago. This guy hasn't mentioned him at all. Which means, yeah, we were kind of catching on to the point there. As you saw with what I did, with what I pointed out with the Lightning King series, with Jack's Legend, his was posted 3 years ago, his was posted a year ago, which means he posted it when, after 2 years after Chat's Legend posted it. But it's like, hey, since I got that fired up, let's show you something here. Notice, I remember I mentioned the series was "It Shouldn't Matter If I'm Quirkless or Not." Well, I've got the "or not" part. But it's basically the same thing as what I said. It shouldn't matter if I'm quirkless. Now then, Midnight Stories hasn't really been posting for a while, and I kind of admit that, but hey, you know what? It is true, he is the king of cliffhangers. Okay? But also keep in mind what I mentioned, that he takes multiple parts of the videos of the series and puts them together. Like, for example, hey, 15 minutes, 24 minutes, 38 minutes, 30 minutes. Boom. Clearly, you got about an hour's worth right there in the first three parts. Within the first three parts, you got an hour's worth. But let's get into this more. Now, again, like I said, differences you're going to see is the fact that it's like, hey, this was 3 years ago. This one was 11 months ago. But it's like, wait a second, the view's about the same. That's because people think that he did this himself. He posted this himself. That he was the one that did this. Yeah, no. What he did was he took the original series. Give me a second here. We'll go back to this video in a second. As well as follow up. This is the follow up. This is season 2 of It Shouldn't Matter If I'm Quirkless. And just took it and used it as his own, combined the videos. And that's all he did. Now then, obviously, hey, look, backgrounds are going to be obviously different. PFPs as well. Intro. I mean, like, so far, the only difference with the intro is... Let's see here. Yeah, that's about it right there. That's the only difference with the intro so far. Oh, as well as I hope you will love it. But as you can see, it's like straight up copy and paste, right? Only, again, if you want to, okay, go through. It's like, hey, you got channel name of for Midnight Stories. You can do the side-by-side comparisons yourself if you want. It's like, hey, guess what? But here's the $1,000,000 kicker with this. Even further, okay? Even further. Where's it at? Where's it at? There we are. Now then, I don't know how you can be stealing content and get your channel monetized or your videos monetized and whatnot. Now then, this was actually the last texting video that Midnight Stories posted for a while. Okay. I can tell you right now, after reading the synopsis is, hey, Izuku's parents gets killed by a villain. He gets forcibly adopted by the voodoo villain from Disney's The Frog Princess, if I remember correctly. But it's like, hey, and this was after you tried to get Endeavor to save him. Look, it's like 2,000 views. This was a year ago. This was actually probably one of the videos that I would say is under 2 years, posted under 2 years ago. 10 months ago. So this video wasn't even out for over a year, and this guy stole the content from it, tried to pass it off as their own. Now, again, titles, background, PFPs are probably going to be different, but I want you to pay attention on this video right here. On the right, let me get the left up. So, come on. As you can see, I think I messed that up. Let's see here. Boom. There we go. Theater mode. He started typing up exactly what he put there. What Midnight Stories put in there. And yet you can see him taking it right the freak back. Deleting it. Getting rid of it. Let's see if we can see that real quick. You can see he's straight up typing it as he's looking at it on the screen. Which means you've got to turn off that function of the typer, watch while you're typing and whatnot, and everything else. Kind of funny, right? Then he deletes it and goes back to this one. After he removes some of the setting, right? Let's see here. Yeah, so far the intro is the only thing that he changed. But you can see it's the exact same thing. The exact same. Obviously, you could tell the exact same. He's doing it word for word, copying, pasting. He's looking at this video right here on the left as he's typing this. As he's typing this. And you can tell he even took the names. I'm not going to say anything about the names because everybody can use those names, like Little Yuku. But let's get to the part where Let Endeavor pops up real quick. Now, I can tell you right now, I haven't really seen too many people using the Endeavor, except for possibly Midnight Stories. So other people could have been using that name, so I'm not going to hit too much on the name. But you can clearly tell this guy's copying and pasting, copying and pasting, copying and pasting, copying and pasting, copying and pasting. What the heck's going on, right? Again, hey, Yuku, sorry to tell you, but we tried to let you know that you offended us by your actions. And this is the consequences of not listening, not paying attention, not. Now, that being said, oh boy, this is going to be fun. See, this is what ticks me off the most. This guy steals content and yet he gets monetized. Meanwhile, I can't even get content. I can't even get monetized on my videos, right? Wow, YouTube. And I mean, wow, YouTube. Wow. So, for those of you wondering why, how you can tell if somebody's monetized, like I said, you can easily right click view page source, and then you can go into it. Control F, monetization. If it's false, they're not monetized. If it's true, they're monetized. Another easy way is just seeing if there's ads. If ads pop up on the videos, that means that 9 times out of 10 they're monetized. But yet, YouTube, how can you monetize a video somebody that steals content? I mean, like clearly you can see the difference right here, right? Right, YouTube? I bet you're gonna see this and be like, what the fuck? And it's gonna be like, hey, look at this. This was posted 2 years ago. This guy's been trying to get this guy on the left's been trying to get monetized. We monetized this guy when he was stealing content, and he has proof of content being stolen. So what the fuck's going on, YouTube? What are you doing? I mean, like heck. But no, like I said, Green Death 312, shout out to you, man, freaking. But let's go into the comments real quick. You can tell that day I freaking posted, hey, we have politely asked you not to take credit for work you have not done. You have done this on multiple channels, and yes, we are able to tell. Now you take my work as your own. I feel extremely disrespected for this. Now then, it's like, hey, you probably got to see that, hey, I basically copy and pasted that comment. Okay. I did that. Because it's like, hey, you know what? You need to pay attention. Now then, hey, really need a part two, and please, I want to see the reaction and maybe Nezu, someone discovering the truth. Hey, guess what? If you've been a long time follower of my channel, you know how the story's gonna go. You know how it's going. Because apparently I've hit you somehow. I've made you memorize it, and I made it stuck in your head with my writing style and whatnot. You could tell that Yuku is not the one that originally wrote this, which is funny. But Green Death, shout out to you again, man. Like I said, but he literally took this video from another creator. This isn't his. Bill Cipher. The name of the series is Neglected Deku, and it's like, hey, guess what? You need to People, you need to wake up. This guy has been doing nothing but stealing content. EQ Stories has been doing nothing but stealing content, posted on one channel. Then when he gets caught, he goes to another channel or creates another channel just until the heat dies off on that channel and goes back to this channel. That's what he does. That's all that he does. I mean, like, he probably steals content from other creators such as NETS and Kumar Texting. And it's like, dude, just do your own stuff. That's all we're asking. It's like, hey, if you want help, you want suggestions, we're more than willing to give you suggestions. Show Blessed. Show Blessed. Hey, Show Blessed has been a follower from my channel ever since the first video of this series. The first video. Matter of fact, let me show you something here. I believe there should be a comment somewhere on here, right? Shinigami. But it's like, hey, you can tell 91 comments. Some of them from me, some of them from you guys. I respond to you guys. But it's like, you see me, he's the most. Yeah, you can tell. Dude, it's just like a quirk, like with a. And like back up, fuck him for real, for real. Puppy girl, come on. You know I just did that for the story. But as you can tell, it's like, hey, when I reply to your comments, I either tell you, hey, that is a possibility, but mom is the word for me. Part 2 is uploading now. The world shut up, hey! I mean, like, dude, you can't mix this. You can't mash this up. You can't. Now then, why am I seeing this? Why am I doing this? It's like, hey, guess what? This is to show you, Yuku, there are people that know my stories, they know my work, they know everything about my channel. They know my writing style, they know where I draw my inspiration from. They know where I'm going with my stories. They know what I'm trying to do with them. and yet you're doing stuff like copying, pasting, stealing content, and all that stuff. Like, dude, seriously. Now, I'm not even gonna click. Let's do the comparisons real quick. Come on, come on, come on. So, the title. The description, hey, he actually changed the description a bit. Actually put the title in the description. But yet, hey, what's the difference here? The title. Oh, look what's missing right there from the title. Obviously, hey, you have the subscribe banner, the like banner, and deck your post on both sides of the video. There's an issue there, buddy. Those are the only changes you made. Now I'm gonna fast forward for the video on the left. Now it's gonna be Deku leaving the Yagi household, and it's going to be ending there, leaving after he trashes it and everything else. Boom, 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 boom. Basically saying, hey, I will return as their demon. Now it's probably gonna be the same thing here. Now it's funny because it's like, hey, I'm gonna go back after I'm done showing you the ending on this one on the right. And again, YouTube, I don't know how you can monetize a channel that steals content. How do you do this? Why do you do this? You can't monetize the original creators, so I'm like, I give credit where credit is due. I don't take credit for the art. I don't take credit for the pictures. I just take credit for the story that I write. That's it. And you can tell he resized this, and it's kind of out of focus right here. Wow. Boom. So you can tell this is a straight up download and repost. Now you might be wondering why he's not taking multiple videos and putting them together and whatnot. Well, look at the length of my videos. Okay. My videos average around 1 hour. They average around 1 hour. Now, the first 3 videos of the series is over 6 hours long altogether. Like as you can tell, part 1 over an hour, part 2 over 2 hours, part 3 little over 3 hours. And it's like you can tell they average around an hour. So it's just like, what are you gonna do with that? But let's move on to the next one. Because here's the funny thing about this. Now, when you see the VLP talking slash me, that's me clearly addressing the audience. As you can see here, it's like, hey, I'm addressing you. But it's like, let's get into this real quick. As you can see, not even a day later, he posted part 2. Now then, again, let's do some comparisons, right? 89,000 2 years ago, 685 views 2 days ago. Now, some of these views are probably because of me, because it's like, hey, I was looking into it and whatnot. Now then, what's the only thing that's missing from the title of his? Wow, look. Do you even know why the question marks are there? Yuku, do you know? Do you know? Do you know? You probably do now. But yet, as you can see, hey, he has the exact same thing. The only thing he did this time was subscribe banner at the top, decker on the sides, no like, but he cropped off the names. He cropped off the names. Do you even know what game that PFP's from, Yuku? Do you know? I can tell you, but do you know? And it's even right there. Boom. Neglected Deku, Oni, Part 2. But let's get into the comments on this one. 12 comments. Now, of course, you're going to see me being a little facetious with this. Imagine taking someone else's content not once but twice and they called you out on it. Oh, wait, that actually just happened to you. When are you going to do your own work? Pretty sure 95%, if not 100% of your channel is just content taken from other creators. Actually, I need to go back to the show bless comment chain because I want to show you guys something. And there's something I want to address real quick. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought I hit it already, and I thought that it's like, oh hey. But this really takes me off. He steals content, and his channel's fucking monetized for it. That's fucking bullshit. Now, it's funny because like part two, please. And it's like this was when I posted that, hey, we apply yes, you're not to take credit for work you have not done. But Show Bless has been following me since like the first video and whatnot, and has been a great sign of support. And it's like I appreciate their continued support. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a whole lot. You people have no idea how much I appreciate your support. But it's like Yuku goes like, why, bro? Somebody else, like, you literally copied someone else's video. His response, okay, bro, next time I am uploading my own content and sorry for that. With the hands. You're not sorry for this. If you were fucking sorry for this shit, you wouldn't be fucking doing it. Instead, you just continue to fucking do it whether you get caught or not. Well, guess what? You're caught red-handed. You're fucking 4K'd. You're fucking videographed. You're fucking recorded doing this shit. Not only copying and pasting, but downloading and freaking reposting. Now, some of you might be asking, like, hey, why don't you just block download? Well, it's like, hey, you know what? I've tried it. I turned off the option to not allow people to clip it. But guess what? If you're a YouTube Prime member or whatever the fuck it's called, you can still download my videos. Not only that, but there's other sites where you can download videos just by copying the fucking URL for the video and just copying and pasting it in there, and they download it for you. 4K downloader does it. You can do it, and I can't stop you, but I can't call you out on it. Now it's funny because let me show you something right here, real quick before we go back into that video. Between this video, which is probably something that's just copy pasted, and this one, he's supposed to have 2 more videos. Those were taken from Kaz TS. Now, hey, you know what? You might have me on, hey, the video icons, hey, being different. Guess what? I'm not going to hate you on that. I can't really do that. But it's like, but there's a reason why he took them down, and I'm going to cover that real quick. But it's like, hey, you know what? Hey, I called him out on it. It's like, hey, imagine taking someone else's content not once but twice and they called you out on it. I'm calling you out on it. I'm calling you out on it here. I'm calling you out on it now. I've been calling you out on it on other videos that you stole content from. From and it's like you don't pay attention, you don't listen, you either try to block me, you try to delete comments, you try to mute me, and you just try to get away with stuff. Well, guess what? You caught 4K. Green Death, quit stealing other creators' content. Dude, this is literally following Phoenix Soul's Ineffectiveness Deku Oni series. You just took the video and cropped the top part off so that no one can see the names. You're just taking his work. Like I said, crop the top off. Now, somebody's like, hey, what's this channel? My channel, and I just responded. My channel is in my name, following Phoenix Soul. And yet, you see, here's the funny thing Green Death comes up again. He still casts TS stories as well, and he just deleted those videos. Like I said, the day before yesterday, he posted 2 videos. Got called out. Funny thing is, somebody called him out on it, and he's like, why, bro? Why do you do this? And it's straight up, hey, you're stealing content. We're getting sick and tired of it. We are getting sick and tired of it. Okay? We are legitimately getting sick and tired of it. I mean, like you say, you're sorry, but yet you go through, and you're going to post a original story, yet you go through and steal another one of my fucking videos. Another one of mine. And you think I'm bullshitting you. It's like, dude, you can tell straight up with the side by side comparison. You're stealing my content. You somehow YouTube monetized you, and you're stealing content. Used to just be copying and paste. Now you're including downloading and reposting. If you would have came and asked me, hey, can I post one of your videos or use one of your videos for practice and whatnot, I probably would have been like, okay, yeah, sure. Yuku's trying to turn over a new leaf. Yuku's trying to make changes. But no, you just straight up come and steal my content. Okay? You just straight up steal my content. Like, hey, I didn't even say why I only put one shot in there right now. That was just to get my channel started, that people know, let my multiverse get into view and what's going to happen with it and whatnot. Okay? And yet I even said it's like it was long because because of the things I said in the beginning. If it's about the pictures that I use not being owned by myself, and that if any artists that are willing to donate to the channel, please do let me know the artist's name to give the credit to. Boom, right there. Clearly, I don't just take content for the sake for with the intention to take it, use it as my own and whatnot. I give credit. You don't give credit, Yuku. You straight up steal content. That's what you fucking do. Now then it's like, hey, Kevin Jones, I hope he exposes them all. I also can't wait for part 3. Green Death, this isn't his work, he stole it. Seriously, no wonder why this story looked familiar. You see, even somebody that's like, hey, saying good job is like, Wait a second. Hold on. No wonder this story looked familiar. You see, people are catching on to you, Yuku. We know what you're doing. Literally the same picture, same text, word for word. All this guy's vids on this channel are probably stolen from somebody else. And guess what? If we were to go through every single one, I guarantee you, you stole content. You either copy and paste or download and repost. I guarantee and fucking to you. Of course, there's me. Believe it or not, 95 to 1% of the videos on this channel are taken from other creators. He does the same thing on his channels, and he is also part of the same group of Kumar Texting and DNTS. Now then, hey, Kumar, like I said, if he's not a part of your group, I apologize. If he is, you need to fucking fix him. You need to fucking fix him. Because he's sharing descriptions in the videos like this that are extremely similar to yours. He's going to get associated with you, and he's going to bring down your little group. He's going to bring down your group of you and your friends. He's going to bring them down. And like I said, I know I gave you props for at least taking something, giving, pointing it out, and then after that, you started giving credit to people who you started taking inspiration from, whose skeletal structures you were taking, and everything else, whether or not you're using it for practice, this and that. Anti-texting stories, even then, even when anti-texting stories got called out for it, they actually didn't delete the comments saying like, "Oh, hey, they actually liked them." It's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna fight you on this. You're straight up one of the guys that's probably gonna fuck over my channel with this stuff." So it's like, "Hey, I'll give you likes on these comments. Thank you for really pointing it out." Now, Taylor Danzer, hey, I hope Deku gets his revenge. Oh, Deku will expose him, but I suggest you check out the original creator of the series. Yuku TS is well known for stealing content from other creators and posting it as their own, whether it be by downloading and reposting or copying and pasting. But no, it's like, hey, like I said, he deleted those, got called out on it. He posted 2 videos that he straight up downloaded and reposted from Cast TS, got called out on it, and strictly fucking delete and straightly fucking deleted them. Like, dude, you think that's the only thing you need to remove? I tell you, probably from right here on down, all these fucking videos, because that's his newest one. I took a quick peek. Yeah, it does sound somewhat familiar to me. I just can't freaking point it out. But it's like, with the exception of this one video right here, as far as I know, this might be his original work. But like I said, this might be the only video right here that might be his original work. But like I said, even when starting the video out, it seems fucking familiar to me. So, out of all the videos, with the exception of this one, all these videos that you posted need to be deleted, need to be gotten rid of. And folks, I'll be honest, I did not go through and dig through everything. I did not go through and power through all these videos, but it's like with what I'm gonna post in the video description of this video that I'm going to be posting as soon as I'm done. Hey, you're more than welcome to go through, because with the amount of information that I found, it took me a little over a year to get to dig up and go through. But yet, the biggest thing is, hey, if you think that one of these videos is stolen, biggest thing is just keep in mind, don't necessarily pay attention to the title. Pay attention to what's also being said in the video. Okay? Because it's just like, dude, I'm willing to bet that all of these are fucking stolen. Now then, Vampire Decky's supposed to be a two-shot. Where's the other Vampire Decky video? Because I only see one. That's probably because people started calling him out on it. People started... Because, like, when I first noticed it, it was this series right here. This was the one I started calling him out on. And as you can see, there's still part Betrayed Deku Part 1. And I can tell you why. But it's like, hey, you know what? Now, I don't condone cyberbullying. I don't condone bullying. I don't condone threatening. I don't condone political threatening. I don't condone anything like that. But yet, if you viewers want to go through and report them, go ahead and do it. I know I'm about to, but yet the main reason why I wanted to make this video real quick was to show you, to prove to you, that YouTube probably doesn't care. They don't check anything. They don't check when they're monetizing videos or channels. They don't check. They leave that up to bots, which is completely and utterly ridiculous. Because I mean, like, if you remember, if you know the VTuber Fifi, she recently got demonetized, all because of one link in one of her video descriptions that was rated for M for mature. Rated M for mature, okay? And she got demonetized with it. Try to fight it, try to ask for the reason why and whatnot. It's like, hey, she actually found out the reason why. Okay? But it's like, when you monetize your own channel, when you get monetized for stealing content, when you get monetized for anything else, for content that's not yours, using content that's not yours, and whatnot, for using content that's not yours, and not only that, but not even just giving credit to the people that originally created it. There's an issue. Like, hey, I only got 39 videos. That includes live and both live. How many videos do you got? You got 69 videos. 69 videos, Yuku. And only one, which even I'm saying is probably a copy and paste, might be yours. It's like, dude, seriously. You get caught. You were getting caught. You got caught. You kept on doing it. You kept on towing. You kept on pushing it. You kept on pushing it. You kept on pushing it. But you decided to go the rough way, right? Like, here's my thing. Here's my next main thing. Again. Okay. Let's go to the warning. If any of you get offended by my actions or words, please let me know. We let you know that we got offended by your actions. We let you know. And we know you're not sorry. We know you're not uploading your own content. But like I said, there's probably only one, and even then, that's sounding like, hey, I probably read something. I probably read it before, because it sounds extremely fucking familiar. I don't want to go into it because it's like, hey, people might poke fun at you for it. for the way that it looks, and I don't want that to happen. Like I said, I don't want to do cyberbullying. I don't condone it. I don't condone bullying. I don't condone any form of violence like this. But I'm going to encourage my viewers, hey, go through. Go through each and every single one of these. I'm going to have a list of some of these videos in the description and the channels where they came from. The original creators, where they came from. If at any point these sound familiar to you, or any points in the story that sounds familiar, hey, you need to take a pause for a second. Look at the name, try to search for the name, try comparing videos, searches, whatnot. And if you can't find it, like, for example, Hybrid Demon, hey, guess what? There might be more of a cause in there for you to check inside the video. Which means, yeah, sure, you might be giving them a few, but hey, let me tell you something. You can call them out on it. Okay? But I already showed proof with not one or two or three videos that he posted that he was copying and pasting in 3 separate series. But I even showed you in one of his where he was caught copying and pasting in 4K. Now then, downloading and reposting. Probably didn't even start here. But hey, might have started somewhere around here for the downloading and reposting. Then he got caught 4K downloading and reposting. Probably decided to try something new with this one. But I'm not going to go into that because it's like, hey. So, again, my dear viewers, my flame seekers, my firebirds, if you're going to report them, report them. Again, Green Death 312, thank you for giving me that notification. Thank you for sending it to me and whatnot. But it's like, hey, this is actually a big deal. It's a big deal that's going on for over a year. Like, for example, let me show you something real quick. This was streamed 10 months ago. 10 months ago, this was streamed. 10 months ago, this was streamed. Ten months ago, it was streamed. Okay. 10 months ago. And I even put in a note. I would be working on a more proper video for this. Well, here you go now. You got me live recording this stuff now. Again, this is fair use. This is for education purposes. This is also to show you that YouTube more than likely doesn't care. They don't check. They just trust bots. I guarantee you they would have checked. Yuku stores probably wouldn't even be around right now. I was like, hey, you're going to see that this actually grew by about 3 of them. If you include mine, 19. This, with all of this, plus the 2 more channels I found out about, plus mine. Mine was past 2 days. The 2 before, for the 18, was actually, with the 16, actually took me about a year. Took me about half a year to find out. That's how long Yuku Stories has been known about Green Death. That's how long we've known about him. About them. 10 months ago. 10 months ago. That should tell you. We knew. We knew, we knew, and we knew. Look, I even got the channel that you deleted. The one that's 404 now. Uchiha TS. You can't even find that channel now. So, with that being said, folks, Firebirds, Flame Seekers, keep pursuing the knowledge. Again, I do not condone cyberbullying. I do not condone bullying. I do not condone any threats of violence. I do not condone anything. If you want to report Yuku, go ahead and report him. Do the proper things. Just don't do anything to. Don't threaten physical harm. Don't verbally threaten him. Do not demean him. Do not do anything. Like I said, I'm a bit heated because of it, and I kind of have a right to be, just like other creators and content creators do. So, hopefully, you all have a good day. Enjoy your weekend, and hopefully, after this, I can finish up filling you have part 4 and get it done. Y'all have a wonderful time.